Well, I know we've been saying it for weeks and weeks, but we are nearly done. It's literally 1 or 2 jobs left for the entirety of the suite now, and it's perfect timing because Karen arrives in less than 4 days. So it's all hands on deck, getting all of this sorted, getting everything prepped. And obviously, if they're coming to stay here, we're going to have electricity! Hey! So we had the electrician arrive the other day. We're all powered. This whole floor has full power right the way through now, in the sockets, in the lights, everything that we've done. And again, we've been thoughtful with how we've done it. We've tried to place as much as we can. So whether it be USB for charging phones, iPads, tablets, and we've put USCs on all the plug sockets around as well. So there's not just 1 or 2 plug sockets. I think there's 4 or 5 pretty much in each room that are usable by guests when they're here as well. And it's the same for the wood room. It's like magic. You have no idea what this is like when you haven't been able to use a light switch or do anything like that for so long. To actually have light switches and power and not have to lug around power units or extension leads, it is unbelievable. So seeing all this now and knowing that in a couple of days time we're going to have people staying here, so getting beds ready, everything sorted, we are getting so close. So many things have changed in here and are just looking amazing. So whether it's the beautiful desk that people are going to be sat at to write their letters home to their loved ones and family, or the just again beautiful like key tassels, which again they just add such a beautiful detail to the room. We've got them dotted around and they just tie in perfectly. But look at these beautiful lights Terry made. How cute are they? They are so beautiful. It just fits this room absolutely perfectly. And obviously we've got a matching set. And we've thought about all of this. Obviously, if you're in here and you're laid in bed and you think, oh, well, I'll read a book, so I'm going to read my book. And I'll just turn out the wall lights. So you don't have to get up out your bed. You can just lay here in bed with your beautiful ambience and just enjoy this wonderful space that we've created here. A couple of finishing jobs. Terry's got a few little things left to do, so I'm going to go and crack on and see what he's up to. Well, Terry's got the lampshades done and done an amazing job of them, as he always does. We knew it'd work out well and they look superb. So as you can see, we're clear in here. He's got one last job, which is this beautiful picture frame he's just in the process of repairing. So we've let him have one table, not the 5 or 6 that's been in here for the last 6 months. So he's just got one, and this is all he's allowed, because me and Tracy are in the process of emptying all of this out, making sure that the ground floor is all clear. Reason being is that this has been our workshop, it's been our dumping ground, it's been our tool shop, everything for the last 2 years really, while we've been working on the suites on the 3rd floor. However, the time has come to start this floor. It's an exciting time. So things are starting to get cleared out and start to get empty. So we'll show you exactly what we've kind of got and the space that we've got, because even all of us are surprised, because these rooms have been so full for so long that even I forgot how big the spaces actually were. So into the entrance hall, and again, I forgot this is actually quite a decent sized space. It's the size of most people's bathrooms just for an entrance hall. So again, lovely. We have no idea what we're doing here, but what is nice in here is everything's original wood, and none of this will be getting painted. This will be staying as is. The work that will be getting done will be purely to fix the damages that were done when the old electrics have been put in, when all the work's being done, and make sure you don't fall over the eco floor. So main work, this will be the kitchen. Ceilings will be coming down, electrics ran. The tiling we love, so that's going to be a difficulty, because we'll have to do channels in this to get electrics run down to this level from the ceiling, but that's a job for another day. We'll think about that later on. It will be coming, but again, this will be nice. This will be the kitchen for a couple of years before we move down onto the cave, the cave, dining room. And again, I forgot how big this space was, and it's so nice because we have so much storage space in here and so much of the originality as well, whether it be just from the old door handles, the wood, everything in here. Now this ceiling was originally white. However, when we arrived, we had squatters and they were using the open fire and obviously blackened the ceiling. But again, loads of storage space. Each corner of the room has got massive amounts of storage, so we can keep all our beautiful cutlery and plates and everything in here. You can see the old doors from where the kitchen would have came through. We're not entirely sure when this was blocked up, but I'm sure we're going to find that out when we actually take the doors off to run electrics and stuff. There might be some clues hidden in there. We have our beautiful little space in here, which again, for me, it'll always be the staircase down to the cave. It would have had to have been in here in my eyes. Again, why would you go to so much detail up here with this beautiful trompe-l'oeil if this space wasn't used or it wasn't important? So we're going to use this space. I'll let you leave it in the comments exactly what you think we're going to use this space for, but this is going to be a usable space on the ground floor and we need it. So let us know what you think it could be, but we still haven't completely decided on a styling for down here yet, because everything's original, because everything's wood. It's going to be difficult to style to a specific theme. So Terry wants your opinion. Let us know in the comments what you think, what sort of style, what sort of theme or era we should go within this place, with it all being the magnificent wood that we've got. And it's the same in the billiard as well. The billiard, again, all beautiful wood. If you watch our Facebook, Instagram or YouTube shorts, you'll have seen we've got a beautiful 300-year-old billiard table, 250-year-old, 300-year-old billiard table in the function room. It's going to sit in here because it'll also double up as a table, and it means that when guests are staying here, they'll have a wonderful dining room there. They'll be able to come and help themselves to some breakfast and go and sit down, or even sit out on the terrace when it's a beautiful day like today. So I'm going to go and crack on and get some more work done.
Now we've got all of the first coat of wax buffed off. So first of all, we went over with the Liberon, which helps enhance the colour of the wood. So if it's looking a bit obviously tired or faded, we always go over with that one. I think it's called Acacia, and that just helps enhance the colour and bring it back to life. But now that's on and we've buffed it all off, the next stage is to go over with our Gilboy's wax. Now we use this just because it's fantastic wax. It gives off a beautiful finish. Obviously it gives off a nice sheen and sort of like a sort of warm rose gold sort of sheen finish to it. So next stage will be to give everything a coat of this. Now when we go over it all, we'll lose that sheen that we've just created with the Liberon. And that's obviously a good way to indicate where you've got the new wax going on and where still needs to be applied. But we're just going to go over everywhere, all the little bits of detail. I've got my paintbrush just so we can get in all of those little sort of nooks and crannies to get it in. Give it about 20 minutes and then we can buff it all off with the Gilboy's polishing brush. And that makes it so much easier and so much more obviously time effective as well. Just giving it, rather than going over with the polishing cloth, we can just use a polishing brush and it gets it done in half the time. We're going to go over the marble top as well. That'll help just protect it and give that a sheen. So we can go over with the wax with that as well. So yeah, I'll get this on now and then hopefully we'll be able to get it in place once we get this wax buffed off.
look at that. How beautiful is that? Now, we didn't have a strike plate, so Terry's been working his magic as he does with his mouldings to create a strike plate. But this, again, absolutely stunning bit of detail, just in a door lock. Isn't quite finished yet. We are aware there's still a little bit of work to do, but it's beautiful. It really is such a stunning piece. And again, it finishes off so well and it ties in so well with the rest of the gold in here. And we love the gold. I know it's not everyone's favourite cup of tea, but it's ours. And we think it's absolutely stunning. We're in a chateau and it needs bling. And this is exactly what we wanted. This is Terry's vision to an absolute T, this room. And look at them. How good do they look? They are absolutely spectacular. I think you've been out and bought them. Do you have video proof of actually doing these? They are stunning. They look absolutely brilliant. So well done, Terry, because again, to be able to create something like that from nothing, I wouldn't even know where to begin. So looking amazing, but all the little bits and pieces really are coming together now in the suite. So into the salon, and we have the same as the 400 suite. We have a cabinet of curiosities, but this is the 401 suite. So this one's more Titanic-y, and we have some wonderful bits and pieces in here. So me and Terry visited Ireland. Northern Ireland, went to Belfast to the Titanic Museum, and we got some pieces of wood from the actual dock where they built Olympic and Titanic. The amazing John Chang sent us some bowls and plates, again absolutely stunning. So it means that we can display these and people can get a feel. And if you're not interested, you don't have to be interested. It's not in your face, it's just our little cabinet. Terry and his mum went to New York and retrieved this piece from Pier 59 in New York, where Titanic was meant to dock. Obviously it never made it there, tragically, but we have other pieces. So Mr. Rob, who came all the way from California, brought us this. This came from the actual set of Titanic from when they were making pottery there. But just, it's lovely to have these little bits and snippets. And if you're not interested in it, it's not in your face. There's nothing else in this room that would lead you to Titanic, or in this whole suite, to be honest with you, other than the styling, of course. But it's not in your face, and it is really tastefully done. And then we have the beautiful cabinet. Obviously, we're still working, finishing off, but even just the smell of the Gilboys, we absolutely love it. And I know it's Gilboys. I don't know what Terry's been using, but I can smell Gilboys. And when I smell Gilboys, I know that something's going to be looking spectacular. And again, it's just all these little bits of attention to detail now that are starting to bring this room together. Again, another beautiful tea service, which I'm sure is Titanic-esque. I'm sure Terry's going to put me right, and all you guys in the comments are going to tell me they are Titanic-esque. I know the Titanic-esque because I remember seeing these when we went to the Titanic place in Paris. So I'm sure that's where they're from. But again, we're all prepped. We're all ready for everyone coming next week. Couple of days away. But it just means, like I say, we are so close, couple of finishing things, and it's completely out of our control, the things that we're still waiting on now. So we're waiting on a big mirror for the bathroom, and we're waiting for the dielectric mirror for the salon, and we're not having much joy with it, let's just say that. But we're still working on it, and it's just coming together bit by bit. We can't wait to show you it. We can't wait to show you Karen's face when she sees this, because I think she's going to be blown away, because however good Terry's video skills are, they just don't do this suite justice. It is magnificent. So hope you're enjoying our journey. Again, this floor is so close to being done. We can't wait for it to be done so we can start on the ground floor and start seeing that come together as well. So if you've enjoyed today's video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and make sure you got the bell click for notifications. And we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. Come on then.
If you'd like to be part of our journey and help restore the chateau, then please join us on Patreon, where you'll be part of our journey, receive a piece of the history, and get exclusive videos.